It's finally warm enough to shoot outside again. And I got free ice cream. Hey guys, it's Phil, and this is What Happened, where I'm talking about stuff that happened. And it's so nice to be in the warm weather for a change. I can finally film outside. I'm using my new tripod. And so some stuff that happened. Okay, first, I got something cool. I got this little speaker, which is a Bluetooth speaker called the I Love Moby Tour. And the cooler part about it is, well, it sounds all right. It sounds pretty decent. I can hear it from around different places in my house, and I can actually leave my phone in one room and carry it all the way to the other side of the house and still hear it just fine. So that works good. But what's actually cool about it is that I got it for free. And how I did that is an app called Viggle, which I'm not sure if it's available in all countries, but it is available in the US, and of course they're not sponsoring this video or anything. What it is you are able to check into TV shows and songs. It works a little bit like Shazam, and sorry, there's kids over there. But there's so you check in and it listens to the audio, and for TV shows, you check in as early as you can because it gives you a point for every minute of the show. And for songs, you get 100 points for every song. And then after you gather up some of these points, you collect 100 points, or I should say a lot more than 100 points, like 30,000 points or 100,000 points or something. You can spend your points in their little store, and you can buy stuff like gift cards or they have some they have movies and songs you can buy, but they've also got some real merchandise. Like I got a smoothie blender from it. It was a pretty nice blender too, and of course my I Love Moby Tour. So that's a really cool app. You should check it out. They have it both on iOS and Android. And so next stuff that happened. Let's see. I started a blog. And that is on jvlog.org/3D Japan. And of course, it'll be similar to this YouTube channel. I'm going to talk about stuff that's related to both 3D and Japan, and sometimes both combined. So the first post on there is about the Nozomi Project. And so if you don't know about that, it's... So a few days ago was 3/11, March 11th, which is the 4-year anniversary of the earthquake and tsunami in Japan. And as devastating as that was for those people, now something good is coming out of it. So right now a lot of people there have no... well, it's getting better, but some of them still have no jobs, they lost their homes, and... they've got to do something with their lives. So the Nozomi Project has a group of women from this area, and they're going around and finding little pieces of pottery that has been destroyed, and they're just digging it up or finding it on the streets, and they clean it up and they use grinders to smooth it all out, and they make really nice jewelry out of it. And they sell it from their website at pretty reasonable prices. I think a lot of the things I looked at were about $25. And it's great too. The international shipping is only $3, so it's really nice. The jewelry is really beautiful. A lot of it is pendants and earrings, and a lot of other really nice stuff there. So that is actually the first post on my new blog, and the next part I actually have 2 posts up so far. The second one is about my plans on getting to Japan. How am I going to do that? Because I don't really make a whole lot of money. So that one is about, I'm going to start making some 3D objects that you can print out and purchase on shapeways.com. I've already got the first one up, and a lot of the payment goes towards manufacturing, but whatever's left over that goes to me will go straight into my fund for getting me to Japan someday. And hopefully it won't take too long to save up. But so then let's move on to some other news. First thing is there's a company in Japan that has created a giant robotic teddy bear And this thing, it looks really cute, but what it actually is for hospitals. And so in the hospital, for nurses, they have to pick people up and who can't move and such, and they have to move them, carry them into from one bed to another, and various things, maybe from a wheelchair to a bed and vice versa. And that gets really hard on your back. And so this giant teddy bear is a robot that actually does it for them. It picks people up, and it looks really friendly, so they're not scared, and it picks them up and moves them into various places. So that's really cool, and it can carry quite a bit of weight. Oops. So the bear can actually tell when people are like freaking out, like if they start like shaking or something, like they're scared. The robot can tell, and it can actually like release its grip or loosen up and be a little more gentle. So the next interesting thing I found was this cool statue of a monk from China who's 1,000 years old, and he's in this standard kind of sitting up position with his hands on his knees. You'll see in the picture. But they did a CT scan on this statue, and they found an actual monk inside, mummified inside the statue. And that's really cool. And I had no idea that they even did mummification in China. And so, let me see. They believe it is a Buddhist master named, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, Lu Quan, and he's of the Chinese meditation school. And it says he died around 1100 AD. And so it's really neat how they did that. And there's a whole story in the article about how they actually did the mummification process there, and it was actually self-mummification. So over the course of a long time, a year or something, they ate various things that actually caused themselves to mummify, which sounds pretty freaky. So moving on, next I'll mention just a couple of quick stories. The one I found pretty interesting, that is how Silicon Valley is trying to cure aging. And there's some people and scientists believe that age is simply like a disease that can be cured. And so that's interesting. It's like a long 13-page article on this that I have in my Flipboard if you want to go check that out. And it'll be also, of course, a link in the description. And the next one is just an interesting fact that Japan has more electric vehicle charging stations than it does gas stations. Seems a little hard to believe right now. I mean, of course, I'm not in Japan, so I don't know how many electric vehicles they have. But in the U.S., I don't think I see that many electric vehicles that often. So I'll wrap this video up this time. I'll keep this just a short one. And but one last thing is upcoming. I'm very excited. Is the Philadelphia Cherry Blossom Festival, and so it's kind of like the Tokyo Hanami, where everybody's viewing cherry blossoms, but the Philadelphia version is a lot more of a festival, from what I can tell. They have a lot of different food and stuff, and so if you're in the Philadelphia area, it is April 12th, which is Sunday. They call it Sakura Sunday. It is at the Philadelphia Horticultural Center. That is Horticultural Center. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up and a comment below. Let me know, do you have a cherry blossom festival in your area? All right, see you next time.